Hey everyone, and welcome. Today, we're going to dive into a folktale that's a little different. It's a story that really makes you think about laughter and the sometimes surprising sorrow that can be hiding just beneath the surface.
So let's just kick things off with this question right here. We all think laughter means you're happy, right? Pure joy. But is it always that simple? I want you to keep that question in the back of your mind as we get into this very, very strange story.
All right, so picture this. A tiny little village, kind of tucked away next to a big dark forest. And on the edge of town, there's this old, crumbling mansion. You know the type. The villagers, they stay far, far away from it, especially at night. Why? Because of this weird sound they always hear, the sound of someone laughing.
And this is where we meet our two main players, who are just perfect opposites. On one side, you've got Ramu Chacha. He's the village joker, always laughing with everyone during the day. And on the other, the ghost in the mansion who laughs all by herself in the dead of night.
So, Ramu Chacha, this guy is the heart and soul of the village. Always got a joke, always making people laugh. Is just that cheerful guy. But, and this is a big but, he's got a secret. That super spooky mansion, yeah, it used to belong to his family. And you can see why nobody wants to get anywhere near it. The villagers are totally freaked out. Every night, they hear these unsettling sounds. Sometimes it's crying, other times it's that creepy laughter. And of course, a legend has popped up around it. There's a witch in there who lures you in with her laugh, and then you're a goner. Classic campfire story stuff.
Okay, so with all this fear swirling around, what happens next? Well, this is where our hero, Ramu Chacha, decides to do something, let's just say, a little crazy. He decides he's going to face this legend head-on by making a bet.
And there you have it. Simple, direct, and either incredibly brave or incredibly foolish. He tells the entire village that he's going to spend a full night in that haunted mansion and walk out the next day to tell them what's really going on.
And just to prove he's not messing around, he comes out with this defiant little verse. It's kind of like his personal battle cry. See, he genuinely believes that laughter isn't just for fun. It's a weapon, a force so strong it can make even a ghost shake in its boots. This is going to be one weird showdown.
So, the stage is set. Night falls, and Ramu Chacha actually does it. He walks right into that creepy mansion. The air is all thick and dusty, totally silent, but he knows he's not alone. He's here to finally meet the source of all that laughter.
And inside, it is exactly what you'd imagine from a horror movie. Dust everywhere, busted furniture, and then she appears. A woman in a white sari, these piercing red eyes, and that same chilling laugh echoing off the walls. She's everything the scary stories said she would be.
Now, Ramu is obviously terrified. I mean, who wouldn't be? But what does he do? He tells a joke. He uses humor, his go-to move, to break the tension and fight his own fear. And this has a totally unexpected effect on the ghost. For a second, she stops.
And this is such a cool moment, right? You've got two characters using the same tool, laughter, but for completely opposite reasons. Ramu uses his jokes to fight fear, while the ghost uses her laugh to create fear. But when his joke lands, something in her laughter shifts. He hears it. For the first time, it's not just scary. It sounds like pain.
That one moment, that tiny crack in her defenses, it changes everything. Because this is where we get to the real heart of the story. Ramu has broken through, and now we're about to find out the truth behind all that ghostly laughter.
So, get this. She wasn't some evil witch, not even close. She was a princess, and she was betrayed by her husband, who had her walled up, alive, inside this very mansion. For centuries, she's been completely alone, just laughing and crying until the two sounds became the same. That menacing laugh wasn't a threat, it was a shield. It was the only way she could cope with an unimaginable amount of pain.
In hearing all this, you can just feel Ramu's whole perspective change. He's not the cocky joker anymore. He just gets it. And he comes up with this new verse, not one full of bravado, but one full of pure, deep empathy for everything she's been through.
This moment of connection, it completely flips the script. This isn't about a guy versus a ghost anymore, it's about two people finding common ground, and it leads to a resolution that nobody in that village could have ever seen coming.
Instead of backing away in fear, Ramu does something incredible. He offers her a hug. He basically says, hey, you don't have to haunt this place anymore.
come back to the world. He saw the person behind the scary legend and gave her the one thing she hadn't had for centuries, a friend.
And because of that one simple act, the whole meaning of the mansion transforms. It goes from being this house of fear that everyone avoids to a house of friendship, a place of community.
I mean, can you just imagine the looks on the villagers' faces? They all creep up to the mansion the next morning, probably expecting the worst, and they find Ramu and the ghost just casually drinking tea together in the middle of the village. The ghost is finally free, and she's found a new community. Her laughter isn't scary anymore, it's a sign of real joy.
And Ramu's final little poem just ties it all together perfectly. It's this beautiful reminder that behind every face, even a ghostly one, there's a human story, and that a little bit of empathy can connect us in ways we never thought possible.
Which brings us all the way back to that first question, but this time, it's for you. This story shows us laughter can be so many things. A mask, a weapon, a shield, even a cry for help. It really makes you think, doesn't it? What's the story hiding behind your laughter? Thanks for joining me for this one.